This is Neil's on Dynasty. Please like, share, and subscribe. Buy some silver and some platinum. Be kind, helpful, and grateful. This is an astronomical update for a new comet that was discovered that we're going to be seeing in the night sky here very shortly, actually. It blew everyone away. No one saw it coming, kind of like Oomba Goomba. You know, all of our scientists, all of our specialists, all of our trillions of dollars worth of equipment all the way around the world, and it took an amateur to look somewhere they didn't. Just like with politics, when they're looking this way, look over there. You'll discover stuff. This guy, oh heck, Nachimura or something like that, amateur astronomer, discovered this, and it's going to be as bright as the North Star in the sky with a little tail on it here. The next couple months, or whenever it's going to be stopping by very shortly. And it took an amateur looking in the direction the governments were not looking in to discover it. Isn't that interesting? It's kind of like economics and geopolitics. Look where they're not looking, and you'll see all kinds of things. But this is actually astrological stuff, astronomical, excuse me.
Astronomical updates. The official name of the comet is C/2023 P1 Nishimura.
Nishimura.
Now, what's the logic behind this name? Well, the name of a comet tells a lot about its nature, origin, and discovery. The naming system for comets and asteroids follows a well-defined pattern. It begins with a prefix indicating the object type. In this case, C/ denotes a non-periodic comet that takes more than 200 years to orbit the Sun and may have an irregular orbit. The prefix is followed by the year of discovery, 2023 in this case, and a letter-number combination representing the time of discovery. Each month is divided into two halves, labeled alphabetically. A for the first half of January, B for the second half, C for the first half of February, and so on. The accompanying number signifies the order of discovery within that period. Lastly, the name of the person, observatory, or telescope that discovered the object can also be added. So C/2023 P1 Nishimura is a non-periodic comet, the first object discovered in the first half of August 2023 by amateur astronomer Hideo Nishimura. Comet P1 Nishimura will make its closest approach to Earth on 12 September 2023, followed by its perihelion, or the closest approach to the Sun.
So the 12th of September, you should see it in the sky, and we just found it.
5 days later. It's
That's
a bit
scary.
disappointing that the comet didn't pass by in December. If it had, it would have been an amazing sight, coming within just 0.06 astronomical units, or about 9 million kilometers, of Earth. The comet seems to have a strange orbit. It caught us by surprise as it came from the south and from a direction close to the Sun, which is probably why it went undetected earlier this summer. P1 Nishimura is following a retrograde path that's tilted about 129 degrees compared to the flat plane of the planet's orbit, or the ecliptic. This means it's moving in the opposite direction to the inner planets in the solar system. The comet also seems to have an orbital eccentricity slightly greater than 1, indicating that it's likely a new visitor to the inner solar system from the distant Oort cloud. After reaching its
See, now they gave it the designation C as one that comes into this area every 200 years. Now they're saying it's a new one from a trajectory that's not normal to space. You know, I'm not being a conspiracy theorist here, but right off the bat, if it's traveling in the reverse direction of everything else that's in space and time as we know it, and it caught us all off guard, and they just stated that it's an offshoot that's never passed by before, but yet they gave it the distinction of the letter C/, meaning it's every 200 years. So that's an oxymoron right there, that one of the two is a lie. But if it is a new one, and it's not one that's been coming around every 200 years, I'd be concerned about someone in another solar system throwing rocks at us, and that could blow the planet up.
Closest point to the Sun, it'll probably get flung out towards galactic space, toward the southern constellation Pyxis. According to Joe Rao, an instructor and guest lecturer at New York's Hayden Planetarium and Space.com's skywatching columnist, if you're interested in spotting this new comet on your own, be prepared to wake up early, usually about 1.5 to 2 hours before sunrise. You'll need binoculars or a telescope to get a good view, since the comet isn't bright enough yet to be seen with just your eyes. It's also a good idea to be in an area with little light pollution, far from any strong light sources. Having one of the space apps given in the description will be helpful so you know exactly where to direct your gaze. But the most vital tip is to find a spot with a clear and open view of the sky in the east northeast direction. This is the area where you'll be able to spot the comet. Starting from August 26th and lasting until September 4th, the comet's journey will take it through the faint stars of the Cancer constellation, shaped like a crab. Then, beginning on September 5th, the comet will move across the upper part of the recognizable star pattern called the sickle. This pattern forms a backward question mark and represents the head and mane of Leo the lion. Comet Nishimura will continue to get brighter as we progress through this period. By this time, around September 5th, it could become as bright as the 5th magnitude, and there's a chance it might even be visible to the naked eye. 4 days later, its brightness might have more than doubled, possibly reaching the 4th magnitude. Sadly, as the comet gets closer to the sun, it'll gradually sink lower in the east-northeast sky each morning. By September 9th, it'll be at a height of about 10 degrees, which is roughly the span of a fist held at arm's length, just above the horizon as the sky starts to brighten with twilight. On the morning of September 12th, although it might have become brighter and reached a 3rd magnitude, it'll hover just above the horizon. This will likely be your last chance to catch a glimpse of it. You could still see the comet on September 17th, the day it comes closest to the sun. According to some sources, it might be visible in the evening sky, positioned almost directly above.
Oh, a lot of interesting things there in that report. And even more interesting is in our lifetime, we have 2 objects that we never knew about flying by us. That is even more interesting. I wonder if we'll have a 3rd, 4th, and 5th. But yet, all the world's observatories are still looking in the area where there's nothing coming at us for things to come at us. Kind of sounds stupid to me, but okay. Have a good night.